Hey everybody, my name is Ashley Garth and I am here with Jasmine Lafayette. She is the Director of Program Recruitment at Corner to Corner, and she's going to be joining us along with others for our upcoming networking event, May the 22nd. This is a Thursday and it's actually sponsored by First Bank and Corner to Corner. So I had to have a conversation with my girl. How's it going, Jasmine?
It's going good. Hey, all things are happening this way and very, very excited to be joining you on the 22nd.
And so last time, let me remind you guys, when we partnered with Corner to Corner, that was our biggest networking event of 2024. It was last May, and this is going to be even bigger. So I hope you guys can sign up. It's going to be over 100 small business owners in the room. And for this conversation, I want us to talk about Corner to Corner. So Jasmine, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what you do at Corner to Corner.
Yes. So again, my name is Jasmine Lafayette. I'm a Mississippi native turned Tennessee resident. Definitely love being here almost 7 years now. I feel like I finally got my roots down here. So yeah, I work with Corner to Corner. We are a community-led nonprofit here in Nashville. We believe in a Nashville where all neighbors flourish and thrive on their own terms. And the way that we do that is through entrepreneurship. And we believe that each of our neighbors have amazing gifts, amazing talents, amazing abilities. And so how could we inspire them to turn that into some type of upward mobility of economic flourishing? Well, we want to do that through entrepreneurship. And so we power an entrepreneurship training program called the Academy, which is a 10-week program that equips them with the tools, the knowledge, and the networks, okay, hint, hint, networks, all right, that they can be able to scale and grow their business and do things the right way that suits what flourishing and thriving looks like for them. And, just a quick little background, Corner to Corner started as a job readiness program in 2011 for our justice involved neighbors. And so our co-founders, Will and Tiffany Acuff, when they began to build these relationships and saw just how talented and all these things that their neighbors were doing, they was like, hold on, this opportunity for, some type of business education and training in that. And so 2016 is when the Academy program, Corner to Corner, powered the first Academy cohort. And here we are on May 12th, we graduated over 200 entrepreneurs. So in 2016 to 2025, we've still been doing that. And I think we're handing Jaren off now. I think we're over 1,600 once we get those final numbers. So just wanted to share that's what we're seeing neighbors want. And that's to turn their dreams into a money-making reality for them.
Yeah, and I graduated from Corner to Corner. I can't even remember the year. I say back in the day, I did some facilitating as well. And Corner to Corner, I was actually selling insurance at the time. And it's so crazy how much has changed since the program. But anybody who is new to business, I really recommend this organization, really, because I've been through it. And it helped me to build a foundation. And I really believe it was just setting me up to succeed here in Nashville. So I'm so excited about you guys. And Jasmine, you kind of already hit on the mission of Corner to Corner, but kind of expound on that for us a little bit more.
What we want people to understand is that, there are some things that you do well, some things that you're doing for free, whether it's for family, whether it's for friends. And, we just believe that there is opportunity there for people to take a chance on what they're already doing well, gain these tools, gain these concepts, these foundational principles. You mentioned about how you've even been through the program. I'm an alumni May 2020 graduate, the first COVID cohort, we called it, because we went straight into COVID after the tornado hit and we were on Zoom. And so what we've been able to do for people is, even if they have an idea, our sweet spot are for those who just have an idea and they're like, I have all of these things, I don't know how to put legs to it. The way that the curriculum is tailored is to help you leave with a tangible business plan, tangible business idea, already identified your customer, your break-even point. We've been hearing raves from alumni like, listen, if you don't get anything else, get your break-even point so you can get your finance together, but they've really been able to leave with more confidence because they know what they're doing now. And, even for those who just jumped out and started and they've come through the program and they've said, hey, I was missing the right legal structure, or, I didn't know I needed this permit. And even those who are serial entrepreneurs, hey, they've been able to just try something new and refresh. And so the mission and the vision of that, people are defining what flourishing and thriving looks like for them. For some people, entrepreneurship is a vehicle they want to use to move out of their full-time to work for themselves. And some people are like, listen, I'm actually good in my career. I just want to do more purpose work where I feel like I'm really involved in the community. And so that's what flourishing and thriving looks like for them. You know, we let them define that, but that's the mission and vision behind it, and we support them in that.
Okay, and Jasmine, you said you're looking for entrepreneurs that have an idea. So what specifically type of entrepreneurs are you looking for?
So we both know that, you know, and also having been facilitators as well, you know, with the Academy program, it's a 10-week commitment. Not only are you doing the lessons in class where you're working through your messaging and your marketing and your numbers, but we have what we call field work where you're actually going to have to do research on your industry. You know, we want you to connect with people, hint, hint, network, know what your competition is doing, identifying, you know, we hear a lot of things about, you know, it's super saturated, but I just believe that there are just ideas and creativity within each person that makes what you provide or what you offer so different. And so I really want to stress to those who are interested in the program or just interested in entrepreneurship to know that this actually requires like you to show up for yourself and to put in the work, and you actually get out of it whatever you put in. And so if you just have a business idea, we don't require that you come with a business plan. We don't require that you come with an LLC. If you have it, fine. You've already checked off some of the things that we want you to get, but we just want you to come ready to be committed to the process of working this for you.
And so my next question is related to community support, but I also want to add that networking piece in, Jasmine. So how important is community support in the beginning stages? And then my second piece of that question is, how does networking play a role in everything that you guys are doing?
Yeah, so community support. So one of the things we say when we get ready to start the cohort is get your PTO, prepare the others. All right. So you know, you're gonna be in this program for those 10 weeks. So you know, if your son or daughter has practice, or you keep your niece and nephews, you know, just begin to prepare your support system. Because sometimes people don't know how to support us, and we gotta just verbalize and ask, because sometimes people don't mind. And so the best way to really tap into that community support is to say, hey, I'm actually going to leverage this 10 weeks just for me. Can you all, you know, help pick up on this day? Or can I, you know, stay late this day? Or I'm going to hang out over in town and hang out with you so I can make it to my class that's 5 minutes away. Tap into your community so that you can set yourself up to really see it through and show up for you. The other aspect of community support I want to add very quickly is what we know is that entrepreneurship is not just about the business, but it's about overall support. As a recruitment director, not only am I going out to community events and pop-ups and all of these places that's entrepreneur like theme centered to meet entrepreneurs, but I'm also at community workshops. I'm also at community seminars. You know, our team is also at all types of mental health and assistance events, because what we know is that sometimes along the journey of entrepreneurship, sometimes things happen. Sometimes life just life. And so it's also our due diligence to know and say, hey, we have these resources that are available. Should anything ever arise, we want you to know that we care about you, not just as an entrepreneur in our program, but as a total person. And so the networking part that goes into that is, how can you leverage each other's network or your community? How can we do interviews? Like, you know, I'm grateful that you allowed us this opportunity to do this interview now. How can we share each other's audience? Because truth of the matter is, you need networking in order to get your name out there, and you can find creative ways to do it even if you're more shy or if you're more outgoing.
And have you always been a networker? You have always been so personable.
I have, but you know what? I attribute that to, you know, that's just who I was even back home in Mississippi, whether it was church, whether it was voter registration drives, whether it was some type of advocacy. I mean, I've always been a people person, and transitioning to this role with Corner to Corner, it just really felt like home, to be honest.
Yeah, you're doing great. And let's talk about some success stories. I know there are so many, but can you share a few with us?
Yes. So one of our success stories is, of course, Adrienne Bowling. Some people may know her as the CEO and owner of A1 Mobile Notary, where when she came to the academy, you know, she had already started her business, but she needed some foundational principles to really give her the structure that she needed to scale. And she was able to take everything that she learned, the knowledge, the tools, and those networks, that's the key word, y'all, and really more than triple her income. Now she has mobile notaries under her. She's done all types of trainings and things like that for those who want to really bridge into their industry. industry. But even a more recent success story that I just received on yesterday, I'm not sure when this will air, but at the Academy graduation is I met this lady in the parking lot of Kroger, and we just struck up a conversation, and she told me about her daughter, Jasmine Beard, who had this idea for a makeup business. And last night she graduated from the Academy program. This was from a conversation that happened in the Kroger parking lot. I just want to share just how amazing it is when we network, when we share what we have to offer, because we never know what the next person is looking for. And we just had us a good old time. I hugged both of them. Those are just ideas of what success looks like in sharing and also just not knowing what the other person needs.
Exactly. And I have one more question for you, Jasmine. How can attendees connect and benefit from the programming that you guys offer?
So we actually have application window opening very, very soon for our next cohort. It will open in the month of June, toward the end of the month of June. Actually, because y'all are our Connect Create people and family, I'm just gonna go ahead on and give y'all the tea, okay? We're gonna open applications on June 23rd. See, that's what happens when you network, okay? You get perks, you get insight on information.
Yes.
So on June 23rd, we will open our regular enrollment for our fall cohort that starts in August. You will fill out the application. It only takes about 6 minutes or so. But to get connected, we want you to join our Connect list at cornertocorner.org, and you can click on the Academy tab and join from there. What that means is I send out business tips, I send out reminders about events, and I also send you the application when it opens. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Corner to Corner.
Wonderful. Okay, guys, you can meet Jasmine Lafayette and others from Corner to Corner May the 22nd. Now, this networking event is going to be a little bit different because it's going to be on a rooftop. And we have actually 2 DJs. So we're going to network and conversate. But then for that last hour, we're going to have some fun. Open bar, free food. Guys, I don't know what more to give you. Like, come and network and enjoy everything that we're offering. We've got resources and just an overall great time with good people. You want to end us out with anything, Jasmine?
Listen, she's already told you all of the goods. Listen, we want to see you guys there on the 22nd. Looking forward to meeting you guys. And yeah, let's take networking to the next level. You got the better half of 2025 to go. So let's do it.
Let's do it. See you guys later.